to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. The slot man in motion right. Here's a tap forward by McCarthy on the touch pass. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. J.J. McCarthy taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Now Cade York for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year, wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships, and if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Taylor. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And this one too low. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is McCarthy. And that's incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Oh, nice move. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Freeman. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Oh, good move. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Operating from the gun, Freeman. That's complete, right around the 8. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now the first carry here for the running back. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Freeman. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Freeman. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Freeman. He'll get this off to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Freeman. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this has definitely been a ball control offense here in the first half. We saw them go on a long scoring drive the last time they had the ball. And now here, they get the 3rd down conversion to keep this drive going.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down. Freeman. That is caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Freeman. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. They run once more with Taylor. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
Taylor. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Now McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. 2nd and 9. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To the air with McCarthy. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Freeman to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Freeman. To the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Daniel Whelan now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Looking to throw McCarthy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. To the air again, McCarthy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
York able to send this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this 1-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving.
They got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Taylor. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Fighting ahead at the 15. And down inside the 15 he goes. 58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're lead.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
To number 25. A gain of 7. First down, Browns.
Back to throw now on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. McCarthy going to throw again. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't
miss it?
change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over at first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. That's complete. It's Neighbors.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. The slot man in motion right. Third down from the gun, McCarthy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff to about the 48-yard line. Now a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. McCarthy. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. McCarthy. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And that is no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43.
Back to throw. Freeman. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Freeman. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. Now, the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then deny and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 4. Over the middle, it's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time. Back now in Pittsburgh. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Throwing again, McCarthy. That one taken in by Neighbors. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing is McCarthy. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Throwing to start the drive. Freeman in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And the Steelers on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Freeman. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Freeman. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
At the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. Freeman. He finds Taylor. Complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 3rd down and 13.
1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 13.
Back to throw. Freeman. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Pulled in at the 24. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
1st down, Cleveland.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Sticking with a pass, here's McCarthy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A gain of 7, and the Browns 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
Hands it off out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now McCarthy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
He had a man open, but he missed him. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed. And we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steelers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Room here to run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go to the ground again with Taylor, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On the handoff, Taylor. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
That's another Pittsburgh Steeler. First and 10.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a